to Nerdy For, the comedy podcast where I, Amy Brown, ask fun and interesting people what they are nerdy for. Before we get started today, I want to point out that I have rainbow trucker hats for sale on my website, amybrown.com, and that Atlanta Pride is happening in October. So now is a great time to get a bunch of cool hats to wear. Also, in a month, I'm going to have on Sally Brooks, who was on our podcast earlier when she was writing her book. Her book is out. She got to do the Audible. You can read it. It's called Going to Maine by Sally Brooks. Read it, listen to it, and then text me, email me, DM me, LM, all the M's, the lightning bolts, slide in.
LLM me.
LM, send me questions we can ask Sally on the air in a month when we have her on. Okay, now we are going to get started with our guest. I've been trying to get this gal to come into
how hard have you been trying?
my costume chamber for a year now, but she has a real job. Womp womp. True. She goes to work every day and doesn't cry. I can't do that.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, don't speak for her.
No,
crying,
yeah, no one said that.
No one said that. Fair enough. Okay, so Allie Edge is joining me in my costume chamber today.
Hello.
Allie Edge, I met doing stand-up comedy. She's been doing stand-up comedy in Atlanta for 6 years. She has the sexiest voice in stand-up.
Oh, is this where I come in?
Yes, this is where you talk.
I've always thought I had a man voice, and you do tell me that I have a sexy voice a lot, which makes me feel good. But it feels.
I don't think you have a man voice. You have like a.
It's a low voice.
You have a lower.
It's a low lady voice.
But I feel like that's what gives it a little sexiness and gravitas.
Were you one of those kids when you were little that had like a deep voice? You know, you have like a little girl and she's like, "What's up, guys?" Okay. They're like, "How many smokes you doing every day, kid?"
Yeah. No, I didn't have a gravelly voice. I have always felt like I had a low manly voice. I also realized I have a vocal fry.
Oh,
and I hate
Kim
it.
Kardashian.
I know. I talk like this, and I hate it. I do try to work on that.
Oh my God! Thank you so much for bringing me my Starbucks.
Yes.
My butt lift.
We're not sponsored by Starbucks.
Yeah, she has a Allie has a Starbucks cup in the costume chamber. As long as she doesn't spill it on the feather fans, we're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I was thinking we could talk about Hot Girl Summer.
Oh,
because it's the end of the summer. Now we can do in review.
Yeah,
and you've had a glow up.
So they say.
Was this your first Hot Girl Summer?
Well, it's not my first. It's probably been my best.
Your best Hot Girl Summer in the books.
On the
books.
No, I feel like I tamed it. I tamed it a little bit this summer. Because I really
Does that mean sexually tamed it?
Yeah.
Well, okay. So you've had a makeover. So you got really beautiful, and then you're like, nope, that's enough sex for me.
Well, no. First of all, so the makeover, it happened a couple years ago.
Okay. Well,
it's been a couple years. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's been incremental.
That means in pieces.
Right. Yeah.
Everyone got that.
Yeah, that was just for Amy for her own self saying it out loud.
I wanted to make sure I did it right too.
And Amy's like, for the listeners at home, I know, but
for the dum-dums that listen to my podcast,
please explain.
What do you have a name for your podcast listeners?
Oh, are you supposed to
for
name
your fans?
them?
Some people do. We'll think about it.
Kathleen Madigan.
Nerds would make sense.
Madigan calls them termites because she says night termites.
We do like that. That's cute.
No,
but I lost a lot of weight a couple years ago. So a few years ago.
It was like a lot.
It was a lot. It depends on if I'm on my period, it's 140.
140 pounds.
But when I'm not on my period, it's 150.
So you lost a person.
Yeah, a whole person.
Do your joints feel better?
They do. Yes. Yeah. I have a smaller shoe size too. That's kind of cool.
Oh, your feet
My feet de-swelled.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many sizes did you go down?
I didn't really go down a size. Okay. I just don't stretch them out like I don't shove them in. No, it's shoes that I have had for a long time are looser.
And then you had the snip, not the vasectomy, but the vasectomy.
Yeah, that does sound like I transitioned. That comment and the voice is not doing me.
She cut off her huge wiener, and that's 140 pounds came off.
I've been chasing dick ever since. This has gone off the rails too fast. It's all right. My mom doesn't listen. I had it's called a VSG. It's like where they just make your actual
vasectomy.
It's where they make your tummy smaller.
Gastrointestinal.
I truly don't remember what the V and the S and the G stand for.
Vertical sleeve gastronomy.
Yes. Gastronomy or gastrectomy?
Gastrectomy.
Yeah. Hysterectomy. No, I've got all my parts.
She got everything taken out.
Yeah.
You just got
the key is just to rid yourself of all your organs, and you'll be tiny.
We can cut a lot of weight.
Yeah. How is that? I'm so curious. How is that journey for you? Because I hear sometimes people turn into alcoholics because they can't eat now to manage their feelings, which I like to do.
No, I don't know. I was big my whole life. Like, I was a fat kid. I think the last time I wore a bikini until after, the surgeries, I was like 4 or 5 years old. Like, I was big my whole life. Like, got up to over 300 pounds in high school.
Wow.
Yeah. So if you're doing the math on the number I said earlier, you know how much I weigh now. But so I tried everything. Like, I've done, you name it in my life, I've like tried it. Like, I've done all the things. So
I just ordered the thing you blow, the lumen, the blow-in to see if you're burning carbs. I'm sure it's a load of bull hockey.
That's not.
I was vulnerable. This is why you're not supposed to look at your phone in the morning. I was vulnerable.
In the morning.
I woke up and I looked at my phone and it was an Instagram ad and I was like, I could lose some weight. I'd love to blow into this thing. So sorry, I interrupted.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying, like, I tried everything. And so finally, like, I just couldn't get past a certain number. And then I was like starving myself all the time just to be there. But I was working out. Like, that's the thing is, like, I was working at like 4 or 5 days a week. I was lifting really heavy. Yeah. I was super strong just before this, but could not get the fat to come off. So I found out that my insurance would cover weight loss surgery and I did it. Yeah. Best decision of my life.
Fantastic. So, you look amazing.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm going through the process of like what they don't tell you is like it's like a deflated balloon, your body, you know?
Mm-hmm. The skin.
So now I'm doing the process of the skin removal. And that's been
and this is where we find out you're a lizard person.
And that I like rip my face off. That's right.
So you're doing surgeries to get rid of the excess skin.
Yeah.
And are those uncomfortable? Do they give you enough drugs that you're comfortable?
That's the first time I ever had Percocet.
Okay.
Very fun drug. I get it now. I do get it now. It's very fun.
Talk about a hot girl summer.
I know. Hi girl summer. My doctor took care of me in a very responsible way. Because I did call back and say, hey guys, it still hurts a little bit. Can I get a refill? And they said no. So that was not as fun, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did it still hurt? Do you just want more drugs?
No, it did still hurt.
Yeah.
So one of the things when you have the weight loss surgery and you make your tummy, when I say tummy smaller, I mean your actual stomach smaller, just to be clear. I did have a tummy tuck essentially afterward, but you can't take ibuprofen and NSAIDs anymore.
What's incense?
NSAIDs, NSAID, non-steroidal. Joel, look it up.
So you can't take Advil?
I can't take Advil.
I live on Advil.
Well, I know.
Do you have to do Tylenol?
It's very bad for your stomach. I have to do Tylenol, which is also bad for your liver.
Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs.
Yes. So like naproxen or...
That's rough.
Wait, that's Aleve. Aleve is naproxen.
Aspirin, ibuprofen, naproxen's in there.
Yeah, right. So my mom was a registered nurse growing up, so I know all the like clinical names. So you
can't take those ever again, or just for like a window?
No, you're allegedly never. I have started reintroducing them because I'm a rebel, but
you just want to blow your stomach out. I don't think this is
no.
Something
I take them very rarely. I talked to a doctor about it. They approved.
Oh, okay, okay.
Cool, I mean, don't take medical advice from me.
Well, this is a medical show.
Amy was just talking about...
Sue Amy. Honestly, if you want to sue somebody, sue Amy. I'm a lost cause.
Before we started rolling, Amy was talking about how her friend gave different advice to the doctor. She was like, well, I'm going with my friend.
Yeah. My friend is going through the same thing I'm going through. We had the same symptoms.
I'm nervous about going through...
And she's like good at reading, my friend. I'm following her. She's done all the
who else
reading.
is probably good at reading? Your doctor.
Nah. Womp womp. She said I could do it. She said,
Why did we just take a month break?
No, you're just supposed to take 2-week breaks from your
No,
progesterone.
why do we take a month break from this show?
Oh,
Joe, don't be calling her out.
We talked about this on the
I
last
had
episode.
psychosis from
We talked about
perimenopausal
this
psychosis.
because she stopped taking
I'm
meds.
so
'Cause I
scared
stopped
of
taking my
perimenopause. I'm scared of all of that.
It's terrifying.
I
Be
don't want to
afraid.
do it. I don't want to do it. I don't. Okay, this is one thing I don't understand.
I'm going first, and I'll give you all the stuff to do.
I don't understand people who are like, I want to age gracefully and naturally and just I'm just like Benjamin Buttoning my life.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I want to put that off as long as possible. I don't want to get old.
Right.
I've obviously done surgeries to get more attractive. Well, we say it's because I need it, but I just wanted to be hotter for once in my life.
YOLO. You get one life.
You get one life,
Yeah.
right? So I all the Botox shoot me up.
Yeah.
I want to do all of it.
I'm afraid
I'm
of
already
needles.
preparing all my friends that I'm getting a facelift at some point. I'm gonna get a facelift.
I'll get a facelift if I want to. But
But what's the point of the whole aging gracefully? Why do we do that?
because people don't want to have a surgery.
But Botox isn't a surgery. Look, it's fine if that's the way you want your face to look. That's fine. But we have the science now.
We do. There's a lot of science. Some sort of study just came out that there's estrogen cream you can put on your skin, and it helps your skin get very younger faster, and it doesn't penetrate into your body.
It's very younger faster.
That's a scientific
It doesn't
term.
penetrate in your body because that's what scares me with the estrogen stuff. It gives you breast cancer.
Yeah, no.
And
They
lady
said they did a
cancers.
thing. It's not getting into the bloodstream, and it's making your skin nice.
Okay.
Whoop, whoop.
Look, there's a limit. You don't want to go to the extreme, but
Well, I think this is what's happened. The fear with the facelift is getting a bad one.
I know.
And there was this lady in our town, and
in Buckhead.
She's in Virginia, actually, and she would startle people. My friend walked up and was like, "Oh, hi."
But that's why you do your research, and now it's it's been around a while. You know, facelifts have gotten better. You don't have to look like the cat lady anymore.
Nicole Kidman is not aging at all
because she's doing all the
She's doing all the work. She's doing all the work.
If you can afford it, that's really the barrier, is whether or not you can afford it.
And you have a real job.
I do have a real job.
And a lot of plants.
And a lot of plants and one too many dogs.
That rely on you. But other than that, you should just spend your
plants are
money yourself.
easy. You just replace them when you kill them. That's what I do.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't put them in the garbage and then cry about how you had to put your dog down 2 years ago and you're not over it yet and you're putting life in the trash can?
No.
I did that 2 weeks ago. I'm feeling better, guys. Okay. So your glow up, hot girl summer. You said that before we started, you're like, I can talk about what it's like, how people treat you differently.
Yeah. Well,
when you look different.
I do look I forget that too until I see a picture of myself and I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I do look pretty different. I didn't think about it because I was never really bullied, Mm-hmm. I got made fun of from time to time. People called me fat, but I think partly, I was never the one. I don't make I never made fun of myself for being fat. Some people, that's a tactic. You're if I say it before they do, then they can't get me.
Yes.
I think I just
But you did turn into a comedian.
Yeah, but I'm it's because I'm a sarcastic bitch. I think I just you know what people would say all the time? Oh, you're so confident. How are you so confident? Implying that I shouldn't be with the way I looked. That would happen a lot.
Oh, really?
How are you so confident?
How are you so confident?
I'm what do you mean? Why would I not be confident?
That's fantastic. That's
but it was
that's what Amy Schumer said she was like.
Yeah. But it was also a mask.
Okay.
I outwardly demonstrated that I was confident, so you wouldn't fuck with me.
Alpha.
Oh, is it? Should I? You said mess. I said fuck. Is that?
That's
Can
fine.
we bleep that, Joel? Thank you.
No.
We have so many sponsors that are going to stop funding me. Oh, wait, it's just my husband.
Oh.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
Kenton hates a potty mouth.
You would nip it in the bud in advance.
Well,
An
I think I just the classic fat person story is I just tried to be funny. And, in my house, we were I'm one of 5 kids. Mm-hmm. And we all, it is Riff City in my house. We're always teasing each other, joking, you got to be on your toes to be on the edge. household.
Oh my Allie Edge family is edgy.
The Edge family. Yeah.
You have a famous name too. That's like
it hadn't got me that far yet, but it turns out it can't just be the name. You have to have talent.
Well, you have the name and the voice and the hot body.
I know.
And the wit.
Just don't scan down right now. I'm sitting down. Yeah, but there was a real thing. I realized once I did become more, how do we say, classically attractive.
Yes.
People definitely treat me differently. Like when I walk into a room,
they smile that more.
People are more friendly to me. People engage me more in a way that I didn't know. It's like I didn't really notice that those things weren't happening, but now that they do happen, I'm like, oh, I didn't realize I was being marginalized in that way.
I have another question.
Yes.
Along this line, have you always been a blonde?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so
I am a natural blonde.
It wasn't that you went from brown hair to blonde hair, and then everyone's like, that's better.
No, I've always been blonde. I'm the one blonde kid in my family.
Okay, so
I really was the only thing that changed.
They had Oprah's about
my personality certainly didn't get better.
I love it. You're so spicy. I love it. They had like Oprah's about this. Gwyneth Paltrow wore her fat suit for a movie.
Oh, I hated Shallow Hal. I could not watch it. I could not watch it. Because you know why?
You feel invisible is what I think.
You do feel invisible. You really do. It's the weirdest thing. It was like, that's the biggest I've ever been and the less seen I've ever been. Felt.
Yeah. And women, as we age, that's what we start to feel like
Which
too.
is why I want to do all the things.
Hot.
I do. By the way, it does feel weird to try to call yourself hot. Like it feels, I'm using that word because you do. I'm fine with you calling me hot, other people. But it feels weird to be like, yeah, I'm hot now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that way.
Well, no, that's what makes you nice.
A lot of hotness is state of mind, though.
Yeah, so they say.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's and we're aging, so you're like.
I don't like that you've brought that up several times. I do have a big birthday coming around the corner, and so
you're gonna get old and you're gonna die.
That is true.
This is what the name of the podcast should be.
But you'll
guys,
have a hot corpse.
That's right. I'm gonna be so skinny.
Yeah. You could totally do an open casket.
Maria Bamford has a joke about that. This is like, even if the coffin is tight, it will eventually fit. So yeah, no. There's a lady who wrote "I'm Mad About My Neck." She produced all of those movies that were adorable. Oh fudge, I'm so old.
I don't know movies and stuff.
I'm Mad at My Neck. Will you do that, Joel?
I feel bad about my neck.
Her last name's Efron.
Zac. Zac Efron.
Yeah,
Zac
Efron.
Sorry. Okay.
Famous feminist Zac. No, Nora Ephron.
Nora Ephron wrote a book. I listened to it.
That's why I got his jaw fixed. Everyone kept confusing me.
And she said, she was older. She died, but she was older and she's looking back and she's like, put on a bathing suit and a bikini and don't take it off, she says, until you're 60. Like, because you're going to think you're not cute, but when you're 60, you're going to look back and be like, those are my bikini years and I wasted
That's so true. Now, I think about that all the time. I'll like take a photo and I'll hate it and be like, oh, I'm never posting that. And then I'll be going back through photos and find the ones like in your photo graveyard. And I was like, oh, I actually looked really cute there.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
was that body dysmorphia?
Oh, I totally have body dysmorphia for sure. But I think every woman does.
Yeah. Yes, probably.
Yeah,
I mean, in that culture,
hates women.
And some,
they do, especially fat women.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even now, we've come a long way. We've come a long way, but even now,
positive role models has been lovely.
The positive, like the increase in positive role models.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of feelings on the body positivity movement.
You want to weigh in? Do you want to say something sassy?
Well, here's the thing. No, I'm not trying to say something sassy. I feel like we've come so far, and I think people should be allowed to be whoever they want, right? Mm-hmm. But what I have realized on the other side of this journey, and like I said, I've done it all. Like I lost 100 pounds naturally 2 times. So like I've done it all, and the reality is it's not healthy to carry around extra weight. It's not. But if you feel good about yourself and that's how you want to live, albeit like go be it and do it. But I also feel like, especially right now with the whole Ozempic craze, and people are like, oh, it's like what weight loss surgery used to be. I think people have kind of come around to weight loss surgery.
Yes.
And then now it's like Ozempic. It's like, oh, you're cheating. Just diet and exercise and do it the right way. I'm like, let people live. Like, as a fat person, and I do still identify in my head as a fat person, which is weird now because I feel like I'm in this weird space of like outwardly to the world, especially people who didn't know me before, like don't know my history, and so they see me one way.
Yes,
but I still see myself as someone who was obese for 35 years.
So just really quick, when you're on stage, you're wearing adorable tight little tops with your skinny tiny waist, exposed, perfect belly button, and you're like,
my surgeon did a great
weight
job.
Loss jokes, and I think there's probably some women in the audience that's like, I'm gonna break this bitch after this.
Well, that's why I talk about like the fact that I do surgery, and the fact that I'm like, if you want to do a GLP-1 or whatever, do it as long as you're being healthy about it. Like, because I also was bulimic for a long time. I lost weight that way, so that wasn't a good idea. Do not.
Yeah, so you can be bulimic, throw up out your mouth, or you can do Ozempic and throw out your butt. You got two options.
I do remember at Gabby's taping because you had some jokes about your weight loss and like what it was like to like obese and stuff like that, and then but then no, like it was like a younger crowd, so they're all too body positive.
Yes, it made me mad.
You got mad. You were like, I used to be fat.
Let me have this. Like, I earned this. Yeah, they were like, there was like a very. I used to do. I have realized I can't do the dark stuff about losing weight and how like, because I used to say something about. I remember in high school, I would look in the mirror and turn to the side and just wish I was so skinny. I was like invisible, just like hide behind my arms, so skinny. And then I think the punchline was like, well, the irony is that I was already, as a fat girl in the 90s, I was already invisible to everyone.
Yeah.
Which to me is funny, but it is very sad to most people who don't have a twisted, sad sense of humor.
More of a journal entry. There's lore that goes in the family of a great grandmother taking her granddaughter shopping for clothes.
Oh God! My God! Shopping for clothes.
I'm getting goosebumps just talking about this. And in the dressing room with the grandma's like, you need to lose weight to like the 13-year-old girl.
Okay, so I was
pinching the fat.
I was a dancer. And. How I afforded the surgeries. No, I'm kidding.
What was your day job
as a kid? Right, I have a night job and a late night job. No, I took dance class from like the age of 6 to 13, and I was really good, but I was big. I was really big, but I was a good dancer. I tap, jazz, ballet, and my dance instructor, who I adored, Miss Jeannie. Hopefully, she's not listening to this. She might be dead now. It's fine. She came up to me one day and she said, I will give you, if you lose, I don't care. I think she gave me a number, but if you lose weight, I'll give you $20. If you can lose the weight, I'll give you $20, which is problematic on so many levels. Like, I understand what she was trying to do. But
this is like the early 90s.
I'm like, bitch, if I knew how to lose weight at 8 years old, I would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been, somewhere. Yeah, in the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't remember. Wait, what did you say? Oh yeah, and then like shopping for clothes.
Shopping for clothes
with God.
Someone who's my neighbor. When I came back from college, I'd gained weight. A man neighbor came over and pinched my fat and said, "You've gained weight. You need to get this off." He put his hands on me.
How old were you?
18.
This was last year.
I'm like, I did that. My bad.
Yeah, I think we needed a Lizzo. We needed people to tell
I
these
agree.
people you can't do this.
Yeah,
someone
or like
who's already like, it's especially, I don't know if it's for all cultures, but white women, this is all we think about.
I think it's probably most women. I do think, I think it's most women. I do think other cultures maybe are more accepting of it in different ways.
When I moved to Atlanta, I was my thinnest I've ever been in Boulder, Colorado, because they slap the food out of your hands. And I came to Atlanta, immediately started gaining weight because the food here is amazing. And I was walking in the grocery store, and a black gentleman said, "Girl, you're wearing that dress." And I'm like, I think I'm gonna like it.
I like black guys now.
This is nice. That would not happen in Boulder.
Yeah. I got hit on by a lot of black guys growing up. Yeah. It's interesting though, because that was the other thing I realized: white men weren't into me ever. I didn't really think about it. I didn't date I never dated.
Yeah.
And
Was that as
high
a
school.
coping mechanism, like to not have to get your feelings hurt, to try to put yourself out there?
We can say that.
Okay.
I was not asked.
Okay.
I wasn't like beating him off with a stick. Like, no, I couldn't possibly. No, I just didn't.
I'm dating me right now.
No, I was dating Jesus. That was the other. It was a combo. Yeah, I was hyper Christian.
Did you have a purity ring?
No, but I did sit through a lot of that purity culture talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a combo of those two things, and I think I was a late bloomer, as they say. But yeah, I mean, back to like the Lizzo stuff. Like, I do think why is it Lizzo is the one person that we always like,
right? Because
refer to.
Oprah was upset about it.
Oprah did it first.
She did
Ricky
it
Lake. Oh, what? We're
first.
just gonna forget about Ricky Lake? Are you kidding me?
She's super cute.
Yeah. But I remember I watched all those shows growing up, the Ricky Lakes and the Oprahs and all of that, and they would, I remember there was an episode of Ricky Lake where it was like, this is so crazy, it would never happen today. But it was like fat women and why they won't date fat men. Like, that was like the whole premise of the episode. It's like, why do you hate your own kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I
remember one episode they had black women who are dating white men. Come on.
Wow, scandalous.
And this was what they all said. The black women said they had to teach the white men how to kiss right.
Oh, I believe that. I've kissed a lot of white men.
They're like, our white men don't have any lips.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I can see it. Because they were
Yeah.
like, the real nerdy boys, bless their hearts, that they decided to come on the show at that time, that one data collection. All right, should we find out what kind of nerd you are, my friend?
Yeah, how do we do
If
that?
we have any more other thoughtful words about body positivity and all of it. It's fun. It's wild, though. There's people losing weight, and if you don't see them for a year and you come back and you're like, wow.
I do want to say, I'm like, I love the, like, people have options now.
It's
and
really
I think
nice.
so I have like my youngest brother has always been super fit. Like, he was a high school baseball player. I have 3 brothers. He's the tallest of the brothers. He's like classically handsome, good looking guy. And we got into it one time back and forth because he's like, I just like, I don't understand people. You've just got to diet and exercise. It's calories in, calories out, which is scientifically true. You do have to eat a calorie deficit to lose the weight. Fine. But the food options that we have, the mental elements of it.
How tired you are, how exhausted.
Yeah, how like the reality of it all. I'm like, it's not that simple. He's like, yeah, well, if you just like grew your own food and ate that. And I'm like, bitch, you're not even doing that.
Yeah, grow your own food.
You're not doing that. You're eating whatever the hell you want. You just genetically got lucky. And yeah, you work out. It just drives me nuts. So I just think like, people should just do whatever they want to do when it comes to that. And
it's a metabolism privilege.
Opinions. Metabolism privilege. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I get real passionate about it. So.
Okay. We're going to find out. What kind of nerd you are.
All right.
Did you like school growing up?
Yes.
Did you have like a perfect attendance award?
No, I made good grades.
Did you like going like back to school shopping?
No, because I was fat.
Oh, no, for like notebooks.
Oh, not for clothes?
And highlighters.
Okay,
and tabs.
yeah.
And dividers. And spiral notebooks. And binders and trapper keepers. And little...
did have strong opinions on what kind of back to school supplies I wanted.
But do you
college ruled only.
Did you get excited? Does September get you excited to this day? You're like, I could go buy some paper products.
I do, yeah.
I just ordered a new calendar. It's all I can think about. I think it's getting delivered today.
That's funny. Why a calendar in September?
Well, because I just
That's
decided
when they start rolling out.
you can now special order your calendars on Etsy, and you can start whatever month you want. And you can
no rules for Amy.
You
just
can
create your own year.
What custom calendar did you get?
Yeah,
really the 1%. And you can put your Saturday and your Sunday next to each other instead.
You can call them. You can call them new names. If you had to rename Saturday, what would you call it?
Ooh, like Saturday is always like a free for all for me. Like, I don't have to do anything on my to-do list. So wild card.
Yeah, I agree.
Like
we should
Uno?
rename. Honestly, we should rename the days of the week.
Well, they're named after gods, Norse gods.
And that's what is it? What is it when you're like?
They all were basically. They were.
Never mind.
No, I want to know where you go.
They were bad.
Am I going to get canceled for saying this?
No, well, we'll see.
What is it when it's like you're racist, but it's against religions?
Secular? No. They don't have a
whatever.
word
It's like religious privilege. Anyway, we should just make them non-denominational.
It's
it is a religion.
Pagan.
But that is a religion.
That's true. Fair enough. And then one of them is like Saturnalia.
Make days Christian again is what I'm saying.
Make days Christian. Your Christian upbringing is coming through. Okay.
I know.
So
Sorry,
you're
I'm
like,
just kidding.
You got good grades, so you're like a school nerd. What was your favorite subject?
I would have said English, but I was ironically good in math.
Oh, so
I never understood what I was doing.
But you had an innate sense of it?
But I could figure, but I did really well.
Okay.
I clept out of
maybe it's because you could count all the calories in your head. It's all that practice.
Yeah, I portion control. I'm like, okay, if you divide this by 8, you can have 3.
Did you ever go through a phase in school where you wore a costume to
school?
Even though it was
absolutely not to this day.
Okay, cool girl. Okay.
To this day, I'm not a costume person.
No costumes.
No.
And I let you in my house. That's interesting. Okay.
I would wear a costume with you.
Did you do Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, Brownies, 4-H?
On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
Ooh, well done.
Thank you.
So you were a Girl Scout.
I wonder if they changed it now. You're not allowed to say God.
You're not allowed to say God. Did you sell the most cookies? Did you excel
I ate the most cookies. My mom's like, guess we're buying another box. Got high on my own supply, as they say.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, did you do Care Bears?
What do you mean, did I do them? Did I watch it? Yeah, I had a Care Bear.
Did you identify as one of them? Did you Care Bear stare? Cabbage Patch Kids?
I was a Cabbage Patch Kid.
Did you? How many did you have?
I was also poor, so maybe 2.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big deal. My mom still talks about the fight that she fought to buy us Cabbage Cat.
It got dark. There was women fighting in the doll stores. What are they called?
She brings it up sometimes, like, y'all, you never appreciated what I went through to get you that. Mom, I was 6. You told me it was from Santa. How would I know? Thank you.
So wait, your mom has
get your story straight.
Your mom has a Southern accent.
No, but she just does when I talk about it.
You don't know what I went through.
She's nagging me.
I had to put my cigarette out and everything.
That's right.
Wrestle this baby doll.
No, my mother would never smoke a cigarette. Are you kidding me?
I see that Christian.
It wasn't Christian. Well, that's a whole. We can do another episode on my mom.
I know. Okay.
Honestly, probably.
Get her in here to defend herself. Okay. Did My Little Ponies?
Yes, I had a scratch and sniff one that I was obsessed with.
Did you scratch its butt?
Yeah, it was like its little hip, its haunches, as they call them.
Did you?
And it was an ice cream.
Did you identify as anything?
What is this identifying with?
I am this pony.
I mean, probably, but not in a way that I remember.
Okay.
We played horses a lot as a kid.
You're all horse girl.
Yeah, but not in the, I never, I also had horses growing up.
Oh, okay. Power move.
I know, but not in that. Not in the Amy Brown way where it's I went to the stables and I did equestrian. Do you ride?
Did you just have big dogs?
Do you ride
in the
English
backyard?
or do you ride Western? I rode Western.
Okay.
I rode bareback.
Did you do barrels?
No, we had poor people style horses where it was just
for trail rides.
They were like big dogs.
Did you ride them in circles in their pasture?
We had acreage. We had 7 acres of land, so we just ride them around there.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Did you go into the forest and stuff? Go on trail rides? Go see the world?
in the forest that we had, yeah. We had backyards, trees and stuff.
This is how I can tell if you're a nerd or not.
Okay.
When you were riding your horse bareback in the nature, did you sing to yourself and make up musicals?
I did sing a lot as a kid. Yeah, I probably did.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like you took it a step too far by saying make up musicals. I feel like you're trying to put me in a box
in your mind. The songs
I was more
you're
just
making
being
up.
an artist.
Okay, so it's a creativity gene here.
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's 2 kinds of nerds. There's creative nerds and then there's linear nerds.
I love that you're taking notes.
Well,
you're going to prescribe something to me in the end.
Have you watched any of these? I diagnose people.
Obviously. I've watched every episode.
I'm a nerd doctor. That's why I had to get these fake glasses. Not just to hide. Okay, who is your celebrity crush growing up?
Patrick Swayze, of course.
Patrick Swayze. Dirty Dancing?
Oh, the dirtiest of dancing I would do with that man. Yes.
Patrick Swayze. Okay, this is like classic girl stuff. Okay.
You know what's weird about that though? What's weird about that is Dirty Dancing is like my all-time favorite movie. I was 2 years old when that came out. How did that happen?
It was on television a lot, I think.
I know, but who was letting me watch that as a kid?
Well, your mom was too busy wrestling Cabbage Patches away from strangers.
That's right.
So yeah, you were watching that probably on television. Do you have babysitters that would let you watch things?
No, I was a don't let anybody in the house, lock the door kid.
No babysitters.
No babysitter.
Okay, this is getting deep. So
I had older siblings though.
So no one was allowed.
I was
in your
a
house?
latchkey kid. Yeah.
So you had older siblings.
Yeah.
And you'd run into your house on your acreage, and you'd close the door and lock it.
Yeah.
And then no babysitters. Did friends over?
No, we didn't really have friends. No
friends. Okay.
We like.
Can you hold my hand while I figure out what cult you grew up in?
We had too many. We had too many kids
Children?
already. There were 5 of us,
and none of them brought their friends around.
No, like it wasn't that we didn't have friends. I had like 1 or 2 friends that would come over.
Okay. Was there or was there not a bunker?
No.
Okay.
There was no bunker.
All right. And then robes of any kind?
No.
A
robes.
praying room?
No,
Okay.
no. My parents weren't hyper religious.
Okay.
I did that on my own mostly. That's again a longer story for another day.
You did it by yourself?
Yeah, I was in the 2nd grade. I went to spend the night at a friend's house. Okay, well, my parents did
You're
grow
nerdy
up
for
religious.
Jesus.
I was.
Wow.
Yeah. But I went to school in the 2nd grade, and I went to spend the night with a school friend in the 2nd grade, and that Sunday they took me to church, and I came home and I was like, I'm sorry, there are people hanging out on the weekends and you guys didn't tell me? And so I was like, can we start going to church? And then I got very into it. Now, my dad's dad was a pastor. He was like a raging alcoholic turned pastor. And so I think my dad kind of rebelled, and then I found religion, and then we all went back. And then
So you got the whole family to go. That's pretty powerful.
Thank you.
Where are you in the birth order?
You can't guess?
Youngest?
No.
Oldest?
No.
Middle?
Obviously.
Sorry. I really did not do well at that. So you're middle child. Well, 5. So yeah, there's an absolute middle.
I'm the absolute middle.
That's a math thing.
Yeah. Which we've established I'm quite good at.
Middle child. Did any of your other siblings have trouble with their weight?
Not as children, no.
Later in life they are?
Yeah. Well, the brother right after me was like chubby, but he was like the chubby that he got attractive in puberty, after puberty.
Did you ever say, Marsha, Marsha, Marsha?
No, I didn't.
Middle child. Okay. Now,
you asked me about sports, I think.
Did you do sports? Were you sporty?
I did. I was really athletic.
Were you really?
I was ironically athletic for someone who was also morbidly obese.
What sports did you do?
Softball, basketball.
Okay. So did you ever have a spell as a lesbian?
I didn't. Never. I'm
Softball.
I'm like painfully, embarrassingly straight.
I hear you. Yeah, I know. I went to a women's college.
I kissed a girl once.
Well, you're alive. Yeah.
Yeah, I kissed a girl once, but she kissed. Okay, can I tell this story? Do we have time for me to tell this story?
I think the part where you get to kiss a girl, you could speak right into this microphone.
I was, this was like not that long ago.
Paint a picture. You have long blonde hair and your lips are juicy.
This was probably like 3 years ago.
Okay.
Maybe 3 or 4 years ago. It was March. It couldn't be 4 years ago. That was pandemic.
The lusty month of March.
And my birthday was in January. It was still hot, pandemic times. By the time March rolled around, things had calmed down. So we were doing a makeup birthday. So we all got dressed up, did a staycation in Atlanta, me and my 2 best friends, go out to a bar. This beautiful blonde lady comes up to me and starts talking to me. And I thought we were just having a good time. It's my new best friend. She had a massive engagement ring on, massive.
Oh.
We're talking, we're laughing, we're having a good time. And next thing I know, she just plants one on me. And I was like, what?
Ooh.
A girl just kissed me. But she was hot. So I was kind of proud of myself.
Yeah.
She was so hot. And I was like, aren't you engaged? She's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. He doesn't care. And I was like, I wish I wasn't. I'm not. I can't. But I do get why people like kissing girls.
Yeah, they have nice.
Their lips are softer.
Girls have nice lips. I don't know if you know that, Joel.
Yeah.
I got nice girl lips too, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow. And so anyway, that was my problem.
That's fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I was like, oh.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
But it also confirmed, I was like, God, I am really straight.
Yeah. Womp womp. No one wants to be straight anymore.
Lame.
Or white and
I'd get
straight. Are you
booked
kidding
more.
me? Okay. Have you ever ridden a unicycle?
No.
Have you ever held a lizard?
Yes.
Oh.
Have I ever held a lizard?
Did you have to touch a penis afterwards? Was the boy's lizard?
I thought that was a euphemism. For lizard. No.
Oh.
No, like I grew up in the country. We caught lizards.
Okay.
Times. Yeah.
Awesome.
Skinks. Caught a skink.
Skinks, yeah. We have
The
those.
tails would come off.
Did you get into Harry Potter?
I did, but later in life
Okay.
because of the Christianity.
Did you do Legos?
No, I mean my brothers. We had them around.
Do you have a coin collection?
No.
Have you ever held a sword?
Yeah, but not because I wanted to.
You do play an instrument?
Yeah, I was a music major when I started college.
Whoa! So you could be closer to
I was a
Jesus?
flautist. No, I don't know how those are correlated.
Yes, because the church
Yes.
needs music players.
I was
A flautist.
a flautist, but I was also in a praise and worship band for a while.
A praise and worship band. Yeah. Oh, you
I played
are
the keys and I sang
Jesus.
backup harmonies.
Oh my gosh! Praise and worship band.
Getting everyone all riled up.
Getting
for
all
Jesus.
riled up
Right.
and then kissing women out
And then
in
I'm
public.
going. I know. Those are decades apart.
Okay, you're not into costumes. Do you get worried about AI? Are you worried about it? Do you have how many hard drives do you have? Are you how much into
I'm not that kind of nerdy for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Have you ever been to a Rush concert?
No, I don't know what Rush is.
Okay. Yeah, that's the cool girl part. Do you have a cape?
No.
Or fairy wings?
I have a fur cape because I'm a bougie bitch.
I'll allow it.
Yeah.
But
I wear it unironically.
I don't think that's a cape.
Yeah, it's like
You
it's
can
a
have-
cape.
Is it vintage?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
vintage.
it's a
Okay.
vintage
It's not a
cape.
coat.
I have one.
Yeah,
too.
okay.
Mine's rabbit.
It's
mine's
still not the
mink.
same kind of cape that Amy's asking
I bought it
for.
secondhand. I know, Joel. God,
But it's
don't ruin the riff.
secondhand.
It was a
Listen,
joke.
I'm here to fact check.
Nerd alert! That is not the accurate definition of cape.
Well, she's she's trying to
I'm
paint
just
you
trying
into
to be
a corner
cool.
right
I'm just
now.
trying to fit in.
Okay.
You're not fitting in on this podcast. You're too cool.
You're got a lot. I mean, okay. You have been on a
lot
journey.
of nerdy qualities.
Yes, well, I think this is why we are good friends. Is that I think even though you don't like costumes, you appreciate that I am weird with them.
Yes.
And
I will dress up with you.
Yeah.
After a few
Cocktails.
rosés.
You're very good at pursuing pleasure. I'm noticing, like.
Lord knows that's right.
Ooh, in a good way. Like you're
My
like,
hands are
let's
up here.
go hang out by the pool. I'm like, that's a great idea. We should stop working and go hang out by the pool. I think.
I also think that I, as a middle child, as someone who's had to find ways to fit in, and I think that I am good with people generally. I'm a moderate in all sense of the words. I'm like, oh, that's your thing? Cool. I can play in that playground for a little bit with you. May not be my playground.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I get along well with people. I mean, I think about this all the time doing comedy. I have a day job. I'm a corporate girly, whatever, a boss girl too hard. And now I have to matter in corporate. It's annoying. There are a lot of comics that I would never meet. Like you and I probably would have never met. You're on a different level.
Well, that's what's great about.
And then there's people who
are living out of their cars.
Yeah, and I'm like, he's one of my best friends actually.
Yeah, that's what I love about.
But
comedy.
I think you just get to I've learned to fit in.
You get all these different people from all different walks of life
Right.
and parts of the world, and you get to hang out with
Yeah, I
them and
love
do
it.
your art together.
I know,
Oh
are we
my
gonna
gosh,
cry right
it's
now?
like theater camp. Did you do any camps?
I would Girl Scout camp.
Girl Scout camps.
And
They teach you how to make the
youth group
cookies.
camp. Yeah.
They teach you how to make the cookies.
Wait, did they teach us? Oh no, they just general cookies. No, they'd never give us the recipe.
Did Girl Scouts get you prepared for your corporate job? Because you do PR. Are you selling stuff
I don't.
from the Girl Scout?
Maybe. Yeah. It taught me how to sell.
Keep a spreadsheet. Collusion.
Yeah. No, I was bad. I'm bad at all that stuff.
Okay.
I have ADHD. I can't. Spreadsheets? Absolutely not.
I love a spreadsheet, but then I also don't know where to find it in the computer.
Exactly. I love the idea of it. I will set one up and then I will never use it again.
And then I'll make a new one.
Exactly.
And then I'll make a new one. And then I make a new one.
This needs a chart. And then I never use
And then
the
I can't
chart.
find it.
Yeah.
Have you ever framed a puzzle?
No, and I hate puzzles.
Okay.
Do not ask me to do a puzzle.
Because that's not in pursuit of pleasure for you.
It's not, and it's the biggest waste of time. For what? Oh, now I have this picture of puppies with lines through it. No, but for real, why do people like puzzles?
I think they like to go into flow state. And do you know what flow state is?
No.
Okay, it's like your hands. You don't have to think, and a part of your
you
brain.
have to think so hard on a puzzle.
You just go into flow state, and your part of your brain takes over, and you can do it. Some people can do it when you're driving on a long drive, and
who's doing puzzles on a long drive?
Just part of your brain is driving, and it frees up the creative space of your brain to think about other things, and your hands just kind of are moving by themselves.
Joel, can you look up flow state and tell us if Amy? No, I'm just
kidding. Whole book about it that I almost bought.
I have no idea. I just like the being able to throw to Joel. That's all.
I know you're like someone Googling stuff for you. Put that on your.
Yeah. You're gonna be mad.
I've always wanted an admin. What'd you say?
You're gonna be mad. Amy's right.
No, I'm not mad. I love that Amy's right. I love that for her.
This is what you put this on your apps when you're trying to find a partner. Be like, I just want someone to Google stuff for me and then tickle my Google.
Well, we're gonna work on the second part of that.
Yeah. Amy doesn't understand female genitalia.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah,
I just think it's this wind chimes.
Do any of us though?
Amy definitely doesn't. It has been proven on this show.
I don't think I need to know. I'm just going to use all of my testosterone and estrogen and progesterone and keep on marching.
I have so many questions about that, but I think we don't have time.
I see. Okay.
I hate puzzles is where we were.
I figured out what kind of nerd you are.
Okay.
You are a butterfly. You were a chrysalis because you were like a big girl, middle child, Jesus, playing the flute, no friends to come over.
No, I had friends.
Sure.
You're misinterpreting.
Let me paint a picture.
I don't like the picture that you're painting.
Your narrative doesn't match the box I'm trying to put you in. So
right. Yeah.
Stop.
Please stop speaking your truth right now.
But through that.
Wait, I had friends. We just were not a household to where we were allowed to invite people over. I went to other people's houses.
You were in your cult that you...
My parents were horrible. I can't say it.
Got out of your cult. You learned how to manage yourself with 5 siblings and some horses and some lizards. And you learn how to manage yourself in our society when our society doesn't like fat girls. And then you played the flute. That's a total loser move. And then just kidding. And then
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
You go through college. You have a high-powered job. You are good at your job. You have had this glow up that you paid for yourself.
Yeah. Oh.
You have the sexy voice. Now, you've been through you've walked through fire.
Yeah.
And now you're solidified into this strong, funny, sexy, skilled person.
Okay, I'm like where it's ending. I like where the plane's landing.
You're a butterfly. You're not a nerd. You understand nerds, and you've walked through the fire, so you can appreciate their energy, and you are also looking at them through your beautiful eyes and body and everything.
You're so sweet.
So, yeah.
Okay, I'm a butterfly nerd. I'm nerd adjacent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a nerd
she had to tear you down to build you back up. That was
a journey.
She was like, you didn't have any friends. You were a loser middle child. But now, because of that adversity,
you were fat as shit.
Yeah.
You didn't know how to appreciate your mother and all of her trying to get dolls during Christmas, even though Santa Claus gave it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of what you've been through, and you're the best texter. Because they're so sassy. They're
grammatically correct too. I hate a text speak. I put commas. I'll use a semicolon in a text. I don't.
Do you not like talking to Amy?
I do the words all wrong.
She does it, but it's okay. She just calls. If it's one too many texts, she's like, I'm just gonna call you, and I actually really appreciate that about you.
I have arthritis in my thumb. I can't be texting all goddamn
I do voice
day.
To speak. Voice to text.
But then I get nervous when you press the button and you have to record something.
Yeah.
Everything I was going to say leaves my brain.
And yet you do a podcast and stand-up comedy. How does that?
I'm building up to the voice recording.
She's in a flow state during this. She's not in a flow state with voice to text.
Okay, tell people where they can find you.
Oh, okay. You can find me everywhere at Allie Edge. So TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah.
At Allie Edge.
Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
End of the podcast.
Oh, thanks, love.